Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Mr. Ong Math Lesson again. Today, we will look at the Level 3 Achievement Standard on Probability Concept. The number of this standard is 51585. We will do all the calculation part in this assessment. And if you want to get excellent, you have to read the marking schedule and look at some of the justification, the reasons, and the assumption made. And if you can do that, you are able to get achieved in this paper. Let's go. Okay, the first question is a table question. Okay, you read the question. I've drawn a table, so there are male and female students, and there are junior, middle, and senior students. And the total is 343. So the total is 343. And of the 149 students are female, and then 31 are in junior school, 65 in the middle school, and 53 in the senior school. And on the male side, there are 49 in the junior school and 73 in the middle school. And now we need to fill the table. To do that, it's very simple. The total is 343, so that must be 194 because the male and female will add up to get 343. Now, if you know that 194 here, 194, you add them up, and this number should be 72. So 49 plus 73 plus 72 will add up to 194. And the rest is just simple adding up. 31 plus 49 is going to be 80. 65 plus 73 is going to be 100 and 38. And the last one, 53 over 70 plus 72 is 125. So the first thing you do, you have to complete the table. Once you have done that, then we are going to do a conditional probability. A conditional probability asks you, given that in the middle school, calculate the probability they are male. So given that it is in the middle school, probability is a male, the formula for conditional probability is that probability of A given B is always A and B divided by probability of B. So now to calculate the male given in the middle school, we use this formula. So the probability of male and middle school, given that in the middle school, so you know that it must be in the middle school, and the probability that it is male is 73 out of 138. And that will give you an achieve. Now we go on to the next one. Okay, the next question is, we leave the table there. Okay, is it more likely for the student to be male if they are in junior school or if they are in a senior school? So the condition is they are in junior school or in senior school, and they must be male. So again, the formula to calculate the conditional probability is male, given that it's a junior school, is male and junior. So you need to look at the table there. Male, it must be in a junior school. So we are looking at a junior school, only junior school, and the probability of male is 49 out of 80. 49 out of 80, and if you put in a calculator, it is 0.6125. And then the next part they ask you, it is a male, given that it's a senior school. So in a senior school now, the probability that it's a male is 72 out of 125. If you put in a calculator, it is going to be 0.576. So the question asks you, is it more likely to be the student if they are in a junior school, or if they are in a male if they are in a junior school or senior school? This number is bigger, so it is most likely to be in a junior school. And if you divide that number with that number, so the chances is going to be 0.6125 over 0.576. The chances is going to be 1.06 times more likely that it is from a junior school compared to the senior school. And that will give you a merit. Okay, let's go. Second one. The next question, we go back to the question again, quite straightforward. The principal use the data to predict a new student enrolled in a school will be male. Calculate the proportion using the data that support the principal. Again, if we look at the table again, so the chances of it being a male is very simple. 194 divided by 343, and just put it out there. 194 over 343 probability that is a male, and that will give you a simple achieve. And the last part is the assumption. As I said, I will not do all the assumption. You have to read the marking schedule. If you can do that, is excellent, is in your hand. Okay, so give two reasons why should be taken when using data to predict the new student enrolling in school will be male. As I said, why care should be taken, because first the data was correct up to 2018. The data about gender composition might change over period time. In the 2019, 2020, it might change. So you have to be careful that you cannot take the data as face value. And the second condition was that data was collected from only one school. It was from a rural school. So you cannot apply to all the schools in New Zealand, as gender proportion varies from different schools to different schools. Okay, so that will give you an excellent in that question. So technically, if you get it right, you get E7 for question 1. Okay, let's go. Question 2. Question 2 is a tree diagram. The tree diagram looks like that. Okay, so you have, I've drawn the tree diagram to make it faster. You know, the video will be quite long. So there are altogether 201 students because there are 123 snorers and 78 non-snorers. So the first event is going to be snorers and non-snorers. 123 over 201 for snorers, 78 over 201 for non-snorers. So further down, they say 91 gain achievement. So 91 out of 123 snorers achieve, and the other 32 is non-achieve. And for the non-snorers, 68 out of 78 achieve, and 10 out of 78 not achieve. So we have drawn the tree diagram to make it faster. So now the first question is, compare E given S. So again, probability of E given S is E and S over probability of S, and we're going to calculate that. I got no space there. E and S, you use the E is actually achieve, and S is the snorer. So we're going to calculate this multiplied by that. So 1, 2, 3 divided by 201 multiplied by 91 over 1, 2, 3. And probability of snorers is going to be 1, 2, 3 over 201. You put in your calculator, and it's going to be 0.74. That will be the answer for probability of E given S. Now, probability of E, given that student gain achievement, so they can get achievement on here or here. So it's going to be this times this. So 1, 2, 3 over 201 multiplied by 91 over 1, 2, 3. Or it could also be non-snorer and achieve. So 78 over 201 multiplied by 68 over 78. If you add these two numbers together, you're going to get the answer as 0.791. So that will be the answer. So they ask the next question, are they independent? If these two numbers are equal, then they are independent. If they are not equal, they are not independent. In this case, they are not equal. So our conclusion is these two events are not independent. And that will give you a merit in the first question. Okay, let's move on. Estimate the risk of receiving not achieved for year 13 who snore. Again, not achieve who don't snore. This again is a conditional probability. So not achieve given that they snore. So the formula is not achieve and snore over probability of snore. And now we're going to calculate the probability. Probability of not achieve and snore. We are going to look back at the table. Not achieve and snore. Not achieve and snore is going to be here. Not achieve and snore, you take this number 123 over 201 multiply by 32 over 123, and the answer is going to be 32 over 201. And if you put in the calculator, it's going to be 0.26. That will be the answer for not achieve given snore. And now we're going to the second one. So it is going to be not achieve and not achieve and non-snorer. So not achieve and non-snorer are going to be 78 over 201 multiplied by 10 over 78. and it's going to be 10 over 201, and that will give us an answer of 10 over 201 78, no, not achieved, and no 78 times not achieved, sorry, times 10 over 78. That's right. So we're going to cancel them out. 10 over 201 is going to be 0.128. Okay, so now the question asks you for the risk. So the risk is that this is higher risk than this. So to get the risk, you take 0.26 divided by 0.128, and the answer, if you put in your calculator, is going to be 2.03 times. And that means that the risk of not achieved for snorers is 2.03 times higher than the not achieved for non-snorers. That will give you another merit. Okay, let's go on. Okay, so this is another question. This is another merit question. So now we are going to do a third tree diagram. So they say that against snorers is 1 to 3 out of 201, and non-snorers is 78 out of 201. And this time 32% complete. Of course, 68% do not complete. For the non-snorer, they said that it's going to be 65% complete, 35 will not complete, because these two numbers must add up to 1. So first we need to calculate probability who do not snore, non-snorers, and complete. So we calculate 78 over 201 multiplied by 0.65. You put in a calculator, it's going to be 0.252. But because the question asks you 3 students, so if one student is 252, 3 students, the probability is going to be 0.252 cubed, or 0.252 multiplied by 0.252 multiplied by 0.252, and the answer is going to give you 0.016, and that is another merit. Okay, and the excellence question was an assumption. Go and read them in question 4 of this paper. Okay, now the last question is on social media. Let's work on it now. Okay, so given that US has 0.2, so you can see that they say that outside US is 80%, 0.8, US will be 0.2, and in the 60% login every day for the US, of course 0.4 do not log in every day, and for the non-US, 47.5, 0.475 block-in daily, and 0.525 not daily. So he claimed that 1 billion log-in every day. So what we're going to do, you're going to calculate the probability daily. So probability of log-in daily is either US daily, so 0.2 times 0.6, or you add them up, non-US 0.8 multiplied by 0.475. If you look in, you calculate, the calculation is going to be 0.5. So you need to make the claim. The claim say that 0.8 billion users. So if there's 1 billion people and you multiply by 0.5, is 500 million, or 0.5 billion. So the claim is not true because it's only 0.5 instead of 0.8 million. So that will give you an achieve. Okay, so we'll carry on now. The next one, given that a user log in every day, are they more likely to be US or non-US user? So you log in, the condition is given log in every day. So whether it's a US or non-US. So we need to calculate, excuse me, the probability. So again, we look at the tree again. So now if it US and daily is going to be US and daily 0.2 times 0.6. This times this is daily for US. And probability of daily we found out earlier is 0.5. Put in your calculator, it is going to be 0.24. Similarly, for the second one, if you are talking about non-US and daily, non-US is 0.8 and daily 0.475, so it's going to be 0.8 times 0.475, and probability of daily is again 0.5. Put in your calculator, it is going to be 0.76. So you have this answer and that answer. So so you need to answer the question, is it more likely to be a US user or non-US user? So this number is bigger. So non-US, the US is going to be, you're going to lock in more than the US users. That will give you a merit. Okay, so for the next one, it's an excellence question. Look at the marking schedule for you to get an excellent. I'm not going to regurgitate what is in the marking schedule, so just have a read at that and you should get an excellent for that. Now we're going to do the Venn diagram for the last question, and then we're going to answer excellence question. Okay, so these are drawn. So they say that 300 people are in there. 84 uses 3 social media, so 84 uses all 3, 12 none, so 12 outside, 207 use Snapchat, 195 uses both Snapchat and Instagram, so this area is 195, so to calculate this area, 84 is given, so 195 minus 84 will give 111, and 94 uses Snapchat and also use Facebook. So 84 plus 10, this area here will be 94. So you know this 84, that must be 10. 216 uses Instagram and 163 uses Facebook. So the next question is, what is the probability that Snapchat and Instagram and not Facebook? So they use Snapchat, Instagram, but not Facebook. So not here. So the answer is going to be very simple, 111 out of 300, and that will give you an achieve. Okay, now the tricky part, we need to calculate the area as unknown. Once you know the area, then we are going to get excellence in this paper. Okay, so now very simple. This whole area is going to be 207 because Snapchat is 207. So this plus this plus this and plus this little number here is going to be 207. And if you use calculator, 207 minus these 3 numbers is going to be 2. Now your job is to fill it, to find the area A, B, and C. And we are going to use algebra to solve that. So you need to know that this whole area is 216. So A plus B plus 84 plus 111 is going to be, this whole area is 216. So A plus B is 216 minus the rest of them. 216 minus 195 is going to be 21. So this area A plus B is going to be 21. Next thing we need to know that this area here, B plus C plus 84 plus 10, that area here must be equal to 163. So B plus C is going to be 69 because 163 minus 94 is going to be 69. And the last equation we're going to find out is that the last equation we're going to do is that everything here is going to up to 300. So if this area here is 207, so A plus B plus C, A plus B plus C plus 207 plus the 12, they must add up to 300. So A plus B plus C is going to give us a total of 81. Because 300 minus 219 is going to be 81. One way of down that, we can solve it. So A plus B plus C is 81. So this is given to 21. So 21, A plus B is 21, plus C is 81. So we know that C is 60. 81 minus 20, so that equals to 60. So that's the first solving. Now to find your C, if C is 60, so B plus 60 equals to 69, so B has to be 9. So B equals to 9. And then the last one, A plus B is 21, so that must be 12. 12 plus 9 equals to 21. So once you have figured that up, we are ready to do the excellence question. If you can figure it up, that will give you a merit. If you can fit 2 of the question right, there will be a merit. And the last question is based on the tree diagram, on the Venn diagram, I mean, you are going to calculate if claim that social media selected from survey is an Instagram user, they are more than twice as likely to be a Snapchat user than a Facebook. So the condition is that it must be an Instagram. So you calculate Snapchat given as Instagram and Facebook given as Instagram. So we are looking at the Venn diagram again, and we're trying to solve that. Hopefully you can see that. Yep. Okay. So now we are going to calculate probability of Snapchat and Instagram over Instagram. So very simple. Snapchat and Instagram is going to be 195 over 300. So Snapchat and Instagram will be this area 195 over 300, and probability on Instagram is going to be this whole area 216 over 300, and put in your calculator is going to be 0.9028. Similarly, if you want to calculate Facebook and Instagram, okay, Facebook and Instagram. So Facebook and Instagram is going to be Facebook and Instagram 84 plus 9 is going to be 93 over 300 divided by Instagram itself is 216 over 300. And put in your calculator is going to be 0.4306. Okay, once we have done that, we are going to compare these two values. Is this number more than twice? Yes, it is. So we can conclude that it is. We need to answer the question: are they more than twice as likely to be a Snapchat than the Facebook user? And the answer is yes, and that will give you an excellent. Hope you have learned something. Keep practicing. Look through the exam papers again, and it is in an easy level 3 paper. So if you work hard, you should be able to get an excellent this paper. Thank you, and keep watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the Mr. Ong Math lesson. Thank you, and bye-bye.